Welcome to your mind. Today is all about making you aware of what's going on inside of you. For so long, I was so unaware of my inner self, pushing her to the very back of my mind and ignoring her. I thought if I listened to what she truly had to say, I would crumble and no one would like me. Realistically, this was just my ego telling me that I was uncool and not good enough. My ego made me believe all these things, that I needed to be skinnier, funnier, smarter than what I was. Along my journey, I became more conscious of my inner voice. As I got more of a grasp of my training in nutrition, I realized how mean I had been to myself. Things I would never say to anyone but myself. Now, when I'm in a bad frame of mind and I'm picking out all the things that I don't like about myself, I ask, would I ever say this to my friend or my sister? And most of the time, no, I would never talk to anyone that way. And that's one of the small little rituals that I've developed over years of self-love. Training in nutrition empowered me to let my little inner voice flourish. Again, this wasn't something I became comfortable with overnight. In fact, still to this day, I struggle to let my true self be free. I still find myself questioning whether or not I'm good enough. But those days are now few and far between. Taking the focus off my external appearance and realizing that happiness came from within forced me to look inwards. I became determined with thinking positive thoughts, self-love and positive body imagery. Because I began to finally realize that insecurity breeds off comparison. You will never be someone else. You can only be yourself. And that's more than enough. Coming to terms with my insecurities was a lot of hard work. I had many sleepless nights trying to figure out how to work through them. I could see that they were blocking me from achieving what I wanted to achieve, but I wasn't really sure how to work through them. So here are some things I started off with to help me work through them. I talked to myself the way I would talk to a friend or a family member, with kindness and fairness. I repeat positive affirmations to myself. Things like, I think I'm a good listener, I like my legs, I'm getting stronger every day. I do a grateful log most nights of the week. Either I write them down or I'll tell them to a loved one. 3 or 4 things that day that I was really grateful for. Being mindful doesn't mean that you will never have a bad thought anymore. It's more about becoming aware of your thoughts and being able to decipher which ones are worth giving into. It's also something you have to be able to do yourself, which is why it's so important to take time out of the day to do some self-love and self-care. These are some of the things that I do. I go for a walk along the water. I don't know what it is about the water, but it is so calming to your mind. Listening to my favorite song loud in the car and singing along. Washing my hair and sliding on my slippers and snuggling up with a good book. Having a bath. Fill yourself up with so much love so that you can then not only better care for yourself, but also let the overspill be shared with others that you love. Remember that you can never pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself so others don't have to, and so that you are actually enjoyable to be around too. Welcome to your mind.